Sheri is currently serving as the club's treasurer and is presenting her second education speech, one of the responsibilities of our club officers. Today's speech will give an overview of an earlier education speech that she gave this spring regarding the importance of club dues. She will also provide members an update on the club's implementation of PayPal. The time is 8 to 10 minutes, and she will open it up for any questions at the end. Please welcome Sheri.
Here. Hey, my Cheerios this morning. Good job.
Want me to advance for you?
No, I don't know why it's not advancing.
Here we go.
Well, my claim to fame isn't as great as some other well-known financial gurus, Alan Greenspan, Susie Orman, Warren Buffett, or Mad Money's Jim Cramer. I am your club treasurer. And part of my job as club treasurer is to impart upon you some of my worldly wisdom. Yes. Today I will refresh for you the importance of dues to our club, give you an update on our PayPal implementation, and share with you some of the benefits that I believe our club will receive as a result of implementing PayPal. When I spoke to you back in March, I explained what I referred to as the Toastmasters dues cycle. This is the period twice a year when I am feverishly running around here tapping people on the shoulder saying, hey, I need that check. Or, were you going to bring me money today? We pay those dues in September and March, and when I collect them from you, then I turn around and pay them to Toastmasters International. I want to tell you that I have been successful in getting approximately 98.9 of you onto that dues cycle, which is great for me as a treasurer, because it means, for the most part, I'm collecting dues twice a year, as opposed to numerous times throughout the year. The other thing I discussed in March with our green-eyed lady here was what our dues go to. We all pay $10 a month to the club, and out of that $10, $6 goes to our Toastmasters International organization. The balance of the dues, $4, covers things such as the rental for this room, the pads and the pens that you have in front of you, the ribbons that you receive, and other miscellaneous items. Finally, in March, we chatted about how dues are collected. And in March, when I presented this last to you, we only collected dues via either check or cash. But after the presentation, there was a lot of discussion about the possibility of an alternate payment form, such as a credit card using a Square or PayPal. And as a result of this discussion, the board decided that it would be appropriate to move forward with an alternate payment form for being able to collect dues. And we as a club, or actually as the board, selected PayPal. Our most recent dues cycle that we just completed in September was our first to take advantage of PayPal. And I have to say, from a treasurer perspective and not ever implementing something like this, I think it went pretty well. We actually had 4 current members renew their dues through PayPal. And it's my belief that these members were very happy to have the PayPal option as an option to make their dues payment. One of them is somebody that comes as not super regularly, but would like to continue their membership. And she said, hey, just send me the PayPal link and I'll send it that way as opposed to trying to get to me or pop it in the mail. These people were also willing to go ahead and pay the additional fee that we as a club decided to pass on to the member. As you recall, PayPal does charge us a nominal fee to process a transaction through their entity. Anywhere from $2 to $3 depending upon how much in dues is processed. And we as a club decided that that was something that we were going to pass on to the member that was paying the dues as opposed to absorbing it into our club. Our next dues cycle won't be until spring 2016, next March. But in the off chance that you decide that this is something that would be of interest for you to do, I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight as to what to expect. So when dues time rolls around next year, and you send out that, I send out that email that says, hey, it's that time of year, it's time to pay dues, you're due, or John says, is there anything else in the meeting? And I say, okay guys, it's March, dues are due. Let me know. Hey Sheri, I'd like to pay my dues this go round on PayPal. You can do it as a one-time thing, and I can send you an email. This is an email of what it looks like. The sender will be the Park City Toastmasters, so hopefully it won't end up in your spam folder. It will come to the email address that we have on file for you for the club. And then I have a little message in here that says, hey Sheri, here's your dues request. You told me that you wanted to pay 12 months, plus there's the $3 fee for $123. Then when you scroll down in the email, there'll be a little button that says Pay Now. When you click that button, it will take you into, see I was in my email account up here, and then it took me over into PayPal. Now I happen to have a personal PayPal account that is affiliated with my email address, and so that's where it took me to go ahead and log into that. But if you don't have a PayPal account, it will give you the option to create one. So that's one way to do it, as a kind of a one-off, hey, you know what, this is the way it's going to work for me this go round, I'll do that. The other way that we can go ahead and do this is for you just to come to me and say, you know what, Sheri, PayPal is the bomb, I'm in on it, just make me a regular PayPal customer. So that when dues come up next March, I can just send you a money request. We don't even have to wait for the email. Then, when you get into your PayPal account to do whatever it is that you're going to be doing, like my whole whopping $0 in here that I have, the request from the Park City Toastmasters will show up in your pending under summary within PayPal. And then you can just click on the send payment. And then from here on out, I will just, whenever your dues come up, can just send a request and it will automatically show up in your PayPal account. The last way, that is actually the fastest way to pay dues via PayPal, is using our swiper. The swiper.
Oh my gosh, it's a triangle.
This skips the traditional desktop, laptop, get into the application, send the email's lost in my spam, I don't know where it is. You just come up to me and say, hey Sheri, here's my plastic, charge it up. I put the swiper in, put the dollar amount that we decide on, whether it's going to be 6 months or 12 months, plus the fee, hit process, you sign it on my phone, and you're done. Easy peasy. While it did take some time to go ahead and get PayPal set up, I do believe that it is something that our club will benefit. The convenience for existing members to be able to simply renew their dues over the internet or with a credit card. The other item that I think is going to be a nice benefit is the ease for new members to be able to sign up on the spot. One of the things that prior to implementing PayPal that we had for new members is someone would come and participate in a meeting, Marielle would give them the application, they'd say, I love this, I want to join. Here's my credit card number. And Marielle would go, thank you, but we don't take credit cards. and then the person would either have to look in their wallet and see if they have $50 or $100 in cash in their wallet, which most people don't, or do they happen to have their checkbook on them? I mean, who even carries a checkbook anymore? I know some people do, but the majority of us don't carry checkbooks anymore. So now, what we're able to do is someone says, hey, I want to join right now. Marielle says, that's great. We get the swiper out, we put the amount in, we swipe it through, and that day they are signed up. We have actually had already one new member sign up this way. So we're already as a club seeing benefit from it. As it is in your personal life, so it is in the club. It is important for you to know where your money's going, how it's being used, and the benefits that you receive. So with that, I'll ask the timer to stop and I'll open it up for just a couple of quick questions. Any questions? Yes, Tess.
So the email reminder you send out in March, will it automatically have the PayPal information, or do I have to reply and say, no, I want to do it through PayPal?
Yeah, if you want to be set up on a kind of a one-time as it goes, just let me know when I send that email out. Or you can tell me today, hey, you know what, I just want to be PayPal, and then I'll just automatically send you the request via PayPal.
Can you add that option in your reminder email so that we don't have to go back and forth and tell you?
So it means that I would have to send a request in PayPal to everyone, and then go back through and cancel them for anybody that wouldn't want to pay that way. So it's better if you just let me know, hey, I'm going to be PayPal or not PayPal.
So you can't just add if you want to use PayPal, you use this email address, right?
No, it would come to your email address and then just tell me, and then I would process it so it would show up. You would get an email from PayPal, but it would just automatically show up in your PayPal account.
Because when I send out invoices, I have if you want to pay through PayPal, pay to, and then it's the email address I use for my PayPal account, and they can just use that.
Well, maybe show me, because I'm definitely still learning.
Okay.
So maybe you and I can sync up, and there's something I can do there. So.
Okay.
Any other questions? Julio.
PayPal charges $3. What is it charge?
It's 2.2% plus 30 cents on top of whatever it is. Yes.
Whatever. What is the charges on the credit card?
It is a lump charge. So it is something that actually is deducted from whatever PayPal pays us. So if we ran a dues amount for $120, then what we would get back from PayPal would be $118.36 or whatever, the 3.3%. We would actually not get the full $120. So what we decided to do was get $120 plus whatever the fee would be.
So we can't put it on our credit card anymore.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
So we cannot put it on our credit card anymore.
No, you can.
Oh, we can.
Yeah, you
we
can.
just run it through that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you can. Okay. If there's no other questions, we'll let the time go back to Kate. Thanks, guys.